Lamble element, neutral abilities. This sheep transforms into a fluffy shield and can roll over enemies. It uses a machine gun in battle, helps with repairing, building, transporting, and collecting. Good starter pal. Cativa element, neutral, abilities. Can help you build and punch with its fists in battle. The pal can also carry supplies and increase your maximum capacity. Chikipi element, neutral, abilities, attacks with its pointed beak. It can lay eggs, is edible, and extremely common. Life monk element, grass, abilities, uses a submachine gun and becomes a living weapon that sits on your shoulder. It can mine resources, help with construction, and on the assembly line. Foxpark's element, fire, abilities. This pal transforms into a flamethrower and can generate flames for lighting and heating. Fuak element, water, abilities. Body slams into enemies. This pal can create waves anywhere. It body surfs when in a hurry, but the resulting speed often ends in fatal collision. Sparkit, element, electric, abilities. Can keep generators running with its electricity and can boost the attacks of other electric pals. Tansy, element, grass, abilities. This pal uses an AK-47 and you can equip him as the same weapon on your shoulder. The pal is also a small hobby gardener and can help with pretty much any other small task. Ruby, element, fire, abilities. Ruby has the tiny spark partner skill, which means it will increase the attack power of its fellow fire-type pals when in your team. When it comes to your base, this pal is great at any kindling base jobs. Pengulet, element, water and ice, abilities. The Pengulet rocket launcher allows the pal to use itself as a projectile. Many Pengulets can stand on top of each other to quickly transport tools upwards during construction. Is a good assembly line worker. Jolthog, element, electric, abilities. With one ability, the pal transforms into an electric grenade. Jolthog can run generators with its electricity. Gamos, element, grass and ground abilities, while in the team increases damage while logging. Vixie, element neutral, abilities, releases a powerful pheromone that confuses opponents. Hookrates, element dark abilities, while in the team increases attack of other dark pals. Tephant, element, water, abilities. Like many water-type pals, Tephant both drops pal fluids and is perfecting for watering any crops you have on your base. It also has the soothing shower partner skill, which can heal both yourself and your pals. Depresso, element, dark, abilities, a little pal that drinks energy drinks for short bursts of high movement speed. Cremis, element, neutral, abilities, increases attack power of other neutral pals and sometimes drops wool when at the ranch. Daydream, element, dark, abilities, can send other pals to sleep, stays by your side in battle, and supports your attacks with its partner ability. Rushor, element, ground, abilities, can be ridden, and while mounted, increases the ability to destory boulders. Fuddler, element, ground, abilities, can drop leather, deal ground-type damage, and complete mining work on bases. Moor, element, dark and ice, abilities, deals damage with dark energy and can summon an orb that chases enemies. Occasionally, the cat will find gold coins for you. Celeray, element, water, abilities, can drop pal fluids and is able to perform watering tasks in your base. Direhowl, element, neutral, abilities, can be ridden and moves faster than most mounts. Tokotoko, element, neutral, abilities, has a grenade launcher that shoots exploding eggs. Fittingly, it drops gunpowder. Floppy, element, grass, abilities, this pal flies through the air and drops exploding seeds. Gobfin, element, water, fire, abilities. It has a water pistol with which it deals damage and also strengthens your attacks. This pal is a good assembly line worker and can build, craft, and water plants. Hangyu, element, ground abilities, can carry other pals and break iron. Masanda, element, grass and electric abilities. You can ride this pal, uses 2 rocket launchers, and don't underestimate its right hook either. Caprity, element, grass, abilities. Keep Caprati well fed, and it'll keep producing berries for you. Melpika, element, neutral, abilities, can be ridden and can dash forwards to inflict damage on enemies. Ichthyodeer, element, neutral, abilities. You can ride this pal, it can even do double jumps. With its ability, it can fell trees incredibly effectively. Nightwing, element, neutral, abilities. You can fly on this pal, it can fire dangerous beams from its beak. Incinerum, element, fire and dark, abilities. Attacks opponents with its sharp claws. Can repair or build things and drops materials. Arsox, element, fire, abilities. Can be ridden and keeps you warm. It can smash enemies or stones with its horns. It also has other abilities for the offensive. Cognito, element, dark, abilities. It can teleport over short distances and deal damage with dark energy and can perform a quick beak attack. Leespunk, element, dark, fire, abilities. Its sixth sense allows the pal to track down nearby dungeons. This pal guides other pals in their work. Loop Moon element, dark, abilities. The pal gets sharp claws that glow in the dark. The pal is particularly good at crafting. Galeclaw, element, neutral, abilities. You can use this pal as a glider. However, if it gets tired and can drop you. Robinquill, element, grass, abilities. If this pal uses his partner ability, your critical hit point damage is increased. The pal itself uses a small bow in battle and supports you in building. Gorirat, element, neutral, abilities, jumps into the air and inflicts damage on impact. It can also boost its own attacks. It is happy to help with building and crafting. Elizabeth, element, grass, abilities. The Queen Bee controls an endless amount of buzzing servants. She has the Queen Bee command ability. Chillet, element, ice, abilities. Along with being one of the pals you can ride, and adding dragon-type damage to any attacks you complete while being ridden, Chillet can be used for any cooling-related tasks at your base. Univolt, element, electric, abilities. You can ride this pal. It can also run generators with its power and drops materials. Pirin, element, fire, abilities. Can be used as a mount. Can attack with a spirit fire, a fire blast, and a sand blast. Collects tinder and can generate flames. Rayhound, element, electric, abilities. This pal sends out shockwaves that can stun enemies and is said to rain lightning from the sky. It can use its power to run generators. Kitson, element, fire, abilities. With flame tornadoes that it can send across the battlefield, this pal proves to be a useful fighter. Nevertheless, it is a rather timid companion. Dazzy, element, electric, abilities. Thanks to his partner skill, this pal boosts your attacks with lightning bolts. Dinosaur, element, grass dragon, electric dragon, abilities. You can ride this pal with ride. You can also swing its tail to inflict damage. Serpent, element, water, ground, abilities. The fastest pal in the water and has a powerful aqua blast, along with a range of other powerful water attacks. Detours, element, ground, abilities. This pal uses its sharp drills as weapons in battle, can break and mine stones. Tombat, element, dark, abilities. Despite having wings, Tombat is quite talented at mining on your base. It will also be quite helpful when it comes to gathering items around your base, and, if you encounter it in the wild, Tombat can drop leather. Lovender, element, neutral, abilities. This pal shoots a beam of dark energy from its chest. It can also cause stones to fly into the air and crash down on enemies. Cyberlix, element, ice, abilities. Can throw ice patches at opponents to damage them. Elfidran, element, dragon, abilities. You can ride this pal and fly across the map. It can dodge attacks wonderfully and uses its purple-colored poisonous saliva to inflict damage. Azurobe, element, water, dragon, abilities. This pal can recognize poison and gives your attacks additional water damage, but only while you are mounted. It can also water your plants. Relaxaurus, element, dragon water, dragon electric abilities. You can ride this dragon and make it a living missile-shooting turret. Bronchery, element, grass, grass water. Abilities. You can ride this pal. It deals damage by unleashing a beam from its chest. Reptyro, element, fire ground, ice ground. Abilities. You can ride this pal so that it extracts resources better. If it comes into contact with a lot of water quickly, the water evaporates explosively. Kingpaca, element, neutral, ice. Abilities. This large pal carries supplies and increases your inventory with his partner ability and has a powerful attack. Mammorest, element, grass, ice. Abilities. Mammorest can be ridden. It can stomp into the ground in battle, causing damage to enemies. Warsect element, grass ground. Abilities. It can split large stones and also break them down. Fenglope, element, neutral, abilities. You can ride this pal. It can jump in the air, it inflicts damage on enemies with its horns, and can protect itself by freezing. It has a rain of acid and a water jet. It can also chop down trees. Anubis, element, ground, abilities. Turns your attacks into ground attacks. Anubis dodges attacks quickly and also attacks with a sandblast. He is also a good assembly line worker and good at building. Grisbolt, element, electric, abilities. You can also ride this pal. It can build, craft, and run generators or threaten enemies with its minigun. Phaleris, element, fire, abilities. This pal serves as a flying animal and carries you safely through the air. Darkbeak, element, dark, abilities. You can fly on this fast pal. Its abilities are said to have the mysterious names Modified DNA, Dark Laser, and Divine Disaster. Jetragon, element, dragon, abilities. You can take to the skies with this legendary dragon. It should also be able to shoot other comets and meteors. These are some more pals from Palworld. Thanks for watching and hit the like button.